Hey guys, I'm back, and I got the barrel and blade knife of the month. And look, nice little barrel and blade. Look, barrel and blade inflow. Not so much on this side, but on this side here. So I don't feel a card. I don't want to cut through anything. Remember the really cool Olight flag edition, Stars and Stripes edition? I don't want. Good, I didn't cut through anything. Okay, perfect. Let's see what we got. We got a cold steel. I'm not looking at it yet. Don't know. Barrel and blade knife of the month club. We have the cold steel engage, and I do not have the cold steel engage yet in my life. But I see S35 VN steel, which is very good steel. I see a blade length of 3.5 inches, which is a great length for EDC and some other use. That's awesome. They have a weight 6.6 ounce. Well, you know what? Here's all the specs right there for you. Let me show it to you up front right now so you can see too. G10 handle, decent blade thickness there. I have no SA. That's situational awareness. I have no SA on this knife whatsoever. So that's kind of funny. This is last month's card. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So here is the model number and all that for this. I will, of course, I'll do what I did before last month, and I'll do some searching, and I'll tell you, roundabout a bunch of places, highest price I found it for, lowest price I found it for, and the average price. But this goes in Cold Steel's line of hefty motherfuckers, is what it goes in. This is a heavy kind of knife. I like it though. It feels good, and now I could be wrong. I like I said, I know nothing. This feels like it would be an Andrew Demko kind of lock. And if I'm wrong, I'll put it in text. But I like this lock. Very, very positive lock up here. Handle is very comfortable, even with big hands. I'm very self-conscious. Don't look at my sliced up finger. But very comfortable handle. Nice, aggressive milling out on the G10 to give you a little bit of grip there. But the rest of it is nice and smooth. I see where they're going with the jimping and all that here to give you grip, but I'll be honest, that does catch your palm in kind of an uncomfortable way at times as I move my hand around. Of course, when you're cutting, you're not going to be moving your hand all around, but this lock, that is really cool. And that is a very secure lock. If you can see, so we've got the blade locks into the stop pin right there, and then the lock itself locks into the blade there. And then this actually, I like that. And then the top of the lock kind of comes over and almost completely seals the area around the stop pin. Of course, after I do this, I'll look it up a little bit and I'll find out what they're calling this lock. And if I'm wrong about Mr. Demko, because this looks like one of his brilliant designs, something he would come up with. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this looks, whoever did this, this looks really cool. It is made in Taiwan, which is the good China, the friendly China, the not communist China. It's got one of the smaller deep carry clips, which I love, and it keeps almost the entire thing in your pocket. Awesome. But that is absolutely a one-handed knife. That feels so good. Oh, the fidget factor on this guy is high, and look at that, perfectly centered. This is going to be a carry piece for sure. Love the indent there. Perfect to get your thumb on there to get yourself some extra leverage. You can also, love this. So you've got choil there, which of course is great for sharpening, right? Because it lets you run this right up on the edge of the sharpening stone, the edge of the blade, so you don't miss anything. No part of the blade when you're sharpening, right? And that's mainly what that choil would be for, but also it allows you to get a good choke up there for really good control of the blade. But this indent here not only lets you really put force down on the blade for some hard use kind of tasks, or heavy. No, I would go ahead and say hard use. Yeah, with this locking system, we go beyond heavy duty, we go to hard use. But it also lets you use the index finger to get really good control of the tip for really fine point type work. What a great design. And I say that, I'll preface that, and I'll caveat that with, of course, this is my first impression of the knife. Obviously, I haven't seen it before. Obviously, I haven't taken it out and done anything with it, but I'm just loving the design. The fit and finish looks great. The quality of everything looks great. Quality materials, obviously, is excellent. G10 looks really good, really well machined. S35 VN steel, of course, is great. Cold steel has very good heat treat process most of the time for keeping a really good edge on there, and it's not a hell to put back on when you need to. Love the geometry of the blade. Now they call it a clip point. I guess I could see that. But you got the flat saber grind in there for a lot of strength in that blade for a lot of different work. I really like this knife. Now, to be a true, hard use knife, it would need to be just a little bit bigger to give a little bit more surface area. Your hand would be a little close to most of the work you'd be doing, as opposed to a lot of other real true hard use knives. But I just think that the strength of the lock on this, the way it works, and the strength of that steel stock, the size of that steel stock, which would translate into the strength of the steel, would let you do that, would let you do some real hard work with it. But I need to test out the edge real quick. I am dangerously low on cutting money, and this has lasted me a good few years. The only place I know where to get this is a Walmart that is not near me, so I might have to use some other fake money in the near future. But cutting money, beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful slice test right there. Let's do a pull through. Pull through, very easy. God, I just learned something from exploring it all. Another kind of test with the 550 cord, and I totally forgot what it was. And he told me I could rip him off and use it, and I was going to use it. And now I can't remember what it was. But it looked like a good test to do, a good different kind of variation. But let's see. It pews, pew, pew, pew. Pews very easily. Very easily. Nice clean cuts. Really nicely done. I love this. And I've said before, I'm very hit or miss on cold steel, very hot and cold, but this one is totally hot. I love this one. The engages. It is engaging me and all of my senses and all of my interest. Just really comfortable. That clip, I think just because of the nature of it, it feels a little tighter than it I think it has a little bit more give than it looks. But I really like this design, and I love that, it's not FRN or anything else. It is solid metal and G10. And again, is this a bear? I don't think this is bearings. I think that this just has the feel of really well done. Maybe it's bearings. I don't know. I'll have to look. I thought it was just really well done washers. Because there's a smoothness with washers that is different from what you get with bearings. Bearings just flow, but there's a certain smoothness with really well done washers that you can't replicate. And this kind of feels like it. I could be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things. I'm wrong a certain percentage of the time that I choose not to put a number on right now. But this just feels good. And this lock, it's fun. It's fun. So this, to me, is an absolute winner. The first knife that I saw in this particular subscription, the Barrel and Blade Knife of the Month, I just was not a fan of the knife because it's the particulars of that knife. Wasn't an issue with the quality, wasn't an issue with anything about the knife. And I had said that. And but like the value of the knife was there. Good value of the knife. This one, I love. And this is one of the things when we talk about values of these subscription boxes, people often say, well, why is it worth it? This is a knife I probably would have stumbled into at some point. But the discovery factor of getting this knife in a subscription box is great. Not only will we, I have a feeling that the value is probably there compared to the subscription, cost. And we will have already covered that or not, in text and everything like that. But the opportunity to discover this knife in the subscription, in the, the fun of not knowing what's coming, and then the discovering this, that's all part of the value of the subscription. And this is great. I love this knife. In fact, I'm going to carry it tomorrow. It's going to be my tomorrow carry. And probably the day after that, and probably the day after that. It feels as solid as like the 4MAX or the 80, 10, or 15 without the size and weight of those ones. Very nice. Love it. Love it. Totally happy with the subscription so far. I know it's only been 2, but you know what? Still pretty happy so far. So what do you guys think? I'd love to hear from people that have experience with this particular knife. And I'd love to also hear from you guys who have no experience with this knife or seeing it for the first time like I am right now. Just notice, by the way, clip, reversible, left or right hand, but it is tip up only, which is just fine for me because that's exactly like I like to carry. I'm very much looking for, I cannot tell you how good the action on this thing feels. And that lockup sound, so solid. So yeah, tell me, give me all your opinions. Tell me all your thoughts. I'm trying not to quote 90s alternative rock songs right now. So hard. Trying not to do it. Tell me all your thoughts. What do you guys think of this? Of the knife itself, of the knife as an inclusion in this subscription, of the subscription so far. Let's talk. Looks beautiful. And remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.